Everyone and welcome to my channel Options Trader Today. So today in this video I'll explain you how the price of silver has moved in the month of October and how the price of silver can move in the rest of October of 2025. If you look at the chart of silver, what we have seen, silver now trading at an high of around $52.6. If you look at this particular trend, what we have seen from 4-5 months, there is a continuous upside we have seen. And if you look at this trend, there is a hammer is forming in red candle, which shows there is a change in the trend and there is a continuous upside we have seen. And how the price of silver moves, I'll explain you here that see, the silver price was continuously high when the PA from 2004 till 2011. Okay, that is when the crash has come, and after that the price was continuously moving upside. But now if you look at this trend, there is a U pattern is being formed here. If you look at this, a bigger pattern, I'll show you a bigger pattern where you will understand how the price is moving. See, this was the pattern is formed, a U pattern is formed, and these two levels are already tested, and I have clearly explained you that if the price keep moving over a level of 34, at this level I have told you that the price can move and touches an all-time high, and after 37 there is a clear indication that the price can go and touch its all-time high very soon. Okay, see, the price has already touched this level and made a half around $53.39. Okay, looking at this particular chart, what we can see, if you look at this particular chart, okay, this is the level. Now they will act as a support. Okay, a support, as you can see that the price very close to it around 49.8. This is a support, you have to understand this. And the next support, which is very close to it, as around $47.9. These are the two supports we can see. Now the price, this pattern is being formed. Okay, now the price is already above this level, but this level we have seen after a very long time. Okay, so chances are very high that the price, see, in 1802 the price was at this level. Okay, and this been formed till 1969, and as soon as the price rises above that level, we have seen the price was continuously moving upside, continuously made a half around $47 in the month of 1980, and the price is above that particular level. You can check what the events have happened so that the price has touched this level. So similar kind of events, we can see that there is a rise or there is some indication which is showing the price of silver is going higher. Okay, now looking at this particular chart, what we can see, if you look at this particular chart, the price of silver, how the price of silver is moving. Okay, first the price was moving continuously upside, but if you look at the price after 2014 or 2012, you can see the price was moving in a range. Okay, so when there is a range breakout happens on upside, we have seen the price going higher, as well as when the range breakout happens on the downside, we have seen the price of silver moving down. Okay, a swing is formed and then the price was continuously moving upside. So you have to remember that the price is already touching its all-time high, and for the rest of October of 2025, that suppose if the price sustain above this level, as I've already explained you that the dollar index. But before I move ahead and explain you, if you have any doubts regarding silver, okay, or you need any query, you can mail me at stockmarkettradinglive@gmail.com, and one more mail ID in the description, and please watch the full video so you understand how this technical work, and a telegram link also given in the description, you can join that too. See, look at this particular chart. Suppose if the price sustain above this level, probability is very high, it can touch a level of $53.5. And if you look at the dollar index, I've clearly explained you, see the dollar index chart, it is showing a little upside, but it is in this zone, so probability is high. Suppose if it sustain above 99.5, there is a probability of upside movement, and then it can cross a level of $100.2, and once started sustaining over this level, we can see there can be a rise. So when the dollar index rises, we can see there can be a fall. Okay, but that will be for a limited period of time. But if as soon as the price rises above 103, there is a higher chances that the price can go further upside. Then they are inversely related, okay, to gold or silver or any other commodities, you can say, if the price is trading on the basis of USD. Okay, now suppose if it started coming down, what we can see, suppose if it started falling below a level of 98.5, we can see the price can touch a level of around $97.3. Remember, as soon as the price started falling below 97.3, there can be a further fall and the price can fall below a level of $96.3. Okay, so when it started falling, we can see there can be a rise in gold as well as silver. Okay, this is what we see. Now coming back on the silver price, what we can suppose if the price sustain this level, it can touch its high of around $53.5, and if the price moving up this level, we can see it can touch a level of 54, and once started rising above this level, probably of touching 54.5 can be seen, and 55, and then to a level of 55.5 to a level of 56. Now what best you have to do, you have to trail your SL by $0.5. Okay, so it is best for you, so you can capture a big movement towards an upside. Okay, create your quantity as per that, your SL will be as per that, and target will be as per that. Okay, by trailing your SL, you at least capture a big movement towards an upside. But remember what is happening in this particular period of time and this particular period of time, that whenever it makes a high, we have seen a fall is come. Okay, if you look at this particular high, and if you look at the previous high, this particular high, okay, so there can be a probability that you have to understand that the price can make a further fall. Okay, a very important thing that you have to understand, that the price, whenever it made a new high, we have not seen that price coming back again to that level, to a $09. Okay, that means from around 29 years the price has not touched that particular level. So you have to remember that suppose if the price comes down again for the silver, it will not touch, there is a probability that it will not touch again for 20 years. The price cannot touch. So you have to understand, if you are buying this, and if you're buying silver, you have to trail your SL. Okay, if you're not trailing your SL and holding it for a longer period of time, there can be a probability that it can make a sharp fall, and then you can be like in the debt. Okay, so you have to remember now, because the whenever it is making a new high, it is coming after 20 to 30 years. Okay, after 20 to 30 years, that you have to remember now. Okay, so price has already touched a level of 52.7, so keep trailing your SL and remember the support. Suppose if it started falling, because we have seen the prices fall after making a bigger high. Okay, so and sustain for a longer period of time, that is very important that you have to understand here. Suppose if the price started falling below this level, it can touch its next support, that is coming at a level of around $49.8. Okay, that is a support one. And suppose if the price coming below that particular level, we can see it is very close to it level of around $48.1. That is a support 2. This is support 1, 49.8 to a level of 48.1. And once started falling below this level, what we can see, the next support coming very close to it around $47.1. Okay, this is a support 3. This is support 1, 49.8, 48.1 is support 2, and 47.1 is support 3. And once started falling below that particular level, the next support coming at a level of $46. And as soon as the price coming down below $46, we can see the price can touch a level of $44.4. And if the price falling below $44.4, we can see the price can move further down. And yes, after that the price can touch a level of around 41.4. After crossing a level of $44.4, we can see there can be a further fall. Okay, and the bubble can burst anytime. There is a probability that you have to understand. If you look at this particular trend of silver, there is a sharp fall and there is a sharp rise. Okay, similarly it made a high and then there is a continuous downfall, but there is not a sharp fall we have seen. So there can be a probability, and this gap is still there. Okay, so you have to remember that as soon as the price started falling below 46, there is a higher chances that the silver price can touch a level of 40.2. Okay, so remember this, at this level, that after 46 there is a probability of touching $40.2 can be seen. Okay, suppose if the price started going down, we can see a further fall. Okay, now looking at this particular chart, what you can see, suppose the price is continuously moving upside, and remember that as soon as the price started going below 47, or remember that it can touch a level of 40. There is a higher chances of touching that level. Okay, but if the price, first of all you have to understand that as soon as the price started going below 50, there is an indication that it can bounce back, but if that didn't bounce back, we can see a further fall. These are all the supports that you have to understand and try to trail your SL. That is very important. Okay, and hope you like the video, and if any doubts you can mail me. I've given the mail IDs also in the description. So hope you like the video, and if you like the video, please give a thumbs up.